Meanwhile, if your neighborhood's feeling a little more crowded, it is not just your imagination. Company is not just coming, it's already here. Texas is leading the nation in population growth.
When it comes to the most powerful state in America, California often takes the spotlight with its Silicon Valley, Hollywood, and impressive GDP.
California love.
However, in the heart of the nation, a new narrative is unfolding.
It's been a busy year when it comes to growth across Central Texas.
A narrative about a new player on the rise.
So we need a place where we can be really big. And there's no place like Texas.
Texas is home to some of the fastest growing cities in the country.
Texas population has increased more than any other state since July of 2021.
Everything's looking pretty solid here. Solid foundation, a lot of growth opportunities, and a lot of really strong foundation for someone to start fresh.
Known for its abundant resources, thriving economy, and a culture rooted in independence.
Demonstrations today at the University of Texas at Austin. Dozens of protesters were arrested by police in riot gear on Wednesday.
Texas is not just knocking on the door of superiority, it's ready to kick it down and strategically position itself to become America's most powerful state.
They want the better jobs, they want the nice houses that are like affordable, and all the things that Texas offers.
But what fuels Texas's ascent? Can Texas sustain its meteoric rise?
Nothing is unambiguously good, right? There's always going to be a downside.
And perhaps most importantly, what will America look like when the Lone Star State leads the way? Let's find out. In the last 20 years, Texas has been steadily climbing the ranks of the most populous states in the Union. Back in 1960, Texas was just the sixth most populous state, trailing behind the likes of Ohio, Illinois, Pennsylvania, California, and New York. But fast forward to 1970. And things started to shift. A wave of westward and southern migration saw Texas surpassing New York in population, and the Lone Star State's population has been surging ever since.
The U.S. Census Bureau says Texas is now home to more than 30 million people.
Meanwhile, California has been losing residents left and right. According to the U.S. Census, an average of 100,000 Californians left the state every year for the past 15 years. Also, for the first time ever, California has lost a House seat due to its population decline.
And for the first time in California's history, our state is going to lose a seat in the House of Representatives.
On the flip side, Texas has gained nearly 10 million residents during the same period, earning itself 2 additional congressional seats.
So that brings the total number of House seats to 38. This reflects our state's population growth since the last census.
Today, the Dallas-Fort Worth area stands as the 4th most populous mega region in the United States. And by 2030, the population of the Texas Triangle region, Dallas-Fort Worth, Houston, and San Antonio, is projected to surpass the entire population of Southern California. It will be a mass exodus. But what's the reason for this exodus? A new report has just revealed a massive migration out of counties that voted for Joe Biden into those that voted to re-elect Donald Trump. The census data speaks volumes, showing that almost 2.6 million residents have left blue counties and moved to red counties since Biden was elected. More than 61% of the 555 counties that voted for Biden have lost population due to people moving out, while over 2,500 counties that Trump won saw a 65% gain in population. And among them is Texas. The Lone Star State was one of the biggest red county population winners, accounting for 91% of its net population influx. No state in the nation is profiting more from these mass migrations than Texas. But are there other reasons people see Texas as becoming America's most powerful state? Let's talk about its economy. As of 2022, its GDP stood at an astounding $2.3 trillion, placing it on level ground with Russia's GDP of roughly $2.24 trillion. And with 53 Fortune 500 companies calling Texas home, it's no wonder the state is leading the pack in economic strength. In fact, Texas rakes in over $300 billion a year in exports, leaving California and New York in the dust with their combined $275 billion. Not too shabby for a state known for its barbecue and cowboy boots, Texas isn't just a big deal in the US, its economy is also making waves on the global stage. Ranked as the 8th largest economy in the world by nominal GDP, Texas is leaving countries like Canada, South Korea, and even Australia in its financial wake. With a median household income of $61,874 and a total state debt outstanding of $64.40 billion, it's clear that Texas means business. Although Texas has a strong economy, what really makes the state stand out is the astounding list of companies that call it home.
Last year, 62 corporations relocated their headquarters to Texas.
Austin has long been touted as a potential rival to Silicon Valley.
Texans have a knack for embracing technology and innovation, and it shows.
I told him that Texas moves at the speed of business.
The state is a magnet for tech giants like Google, Apple, and Microsoft, not to mention leading aerospace firms such as American Airlines, Southwest Airlines, Boeing, and Airbus.
This adds to what we've been working on for years now, and it makes Texas the home of innovation.
With such heavy hitters in residence, the opportunities for career growth and advancement in Texas are unparalleled. In fact, from January 2020 to October 2023, over 164 companies made the savvy decision to move to Texas. And we're not just talking about tiny businesses. Major players like Tesla, AT&T, and Toyota have all relocated their operations to the Lone Star State. Clearly, these companies see something special in Texas's economic landscape and its potential for business expansion. Austin, in particular, has emerged as a hotspot for corporate relocations, with 43 companies making the move. Even the smaller town of Round Rock has seen its fair share of new arrivals. And what about the job market? From 2000 to 2022, Texas welcomed over 9 million new residents, according to the United States Census Bureau. But what's the secret to this population boom? Well, it's not just the vibrant economy, but the diverse job opportunities that are drawing people in.
Texas is leading in a lot of this innovation. That's why these companies are moving here.
Job opportunities, a lower cost of living, and a warm climate make Texas an irresistible choice for individuals and families seeking a better quality of life. It's like the state is saying, why settle for less when you can have it all in Texas?
You have to be here. I mean, you have to have a presence in Texas.
In a display of sheer economic strength, Texas has set a national benchmark in job creation. By the end of 2022, the Office of the Texas Governor reported 5% growth in employment, leaving the national rate of 3.3% in the dust. Texas's appeal is further boosted by its 0% state income tax, putting it in an elite group of only 7 states offering this sweet benefit. For businesses, it's like hitting the jackpot. This simplified taxes and increased profits make Texas a magnet for a wide range of industries. And let's not forget about Austin, the tech hub that's taking the world by storm. In 2022, high-tech jobs in Austin grew by 9.8%, solidifying its position as a leading hub for innovation and technological advancement. What other factor is responsible for Texas becoming America's most powerful state? Oil has been a driving force behind Texas's economic might for decades, and it continues to fuel the state's growth and influence. In May 2023, Texas achieved a remarkable feat by shattering previous records in natural gas production, reaching an astonishing 1.045 trillion cubic feet. This remarkable milestone not only signifies a robust recovery from the industry's downturns during the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic and the 2021 winter storm Uri, but also solidifies Texas's position as a dominant force in the energy sector. But there's more to Texas than just oil. The state has also established itself as a hub for cutting-edge technology and innovation. With a strong focus on medical and biotechnological research, Texas invests over $6.6 billion annually in research and development. Supported by a network of top-tier academic and research institutions, including 7 of the nation's top 125 medical schools, Texas is at the forefront of advancing medical knowledge and innovation in the biotechnology and life sciences sectors. Also, the state is a major player in the development of computer components, systems, software, and information infrastructure.
The Biden administration is giving Samsung up to $6.4 billion to expand computer computer chip manufacturing in Central Texas.
Austin, Dallas, and Houston are the epicenters of this thriving industry, with Austin earning the moniker Silicon Hills due to its concentration of semiconductor design companies such as AMD, Cirrus Logic, Freescale Semiconductor, Intel, and Silicon Labs, further cementing Texas's status as a tech powerhouse. And let's not forget about energy, another area where Texas shines. When it comes to energy, Texas doesn't mess around. They consume the most energy in the nation, both per capita and overall. But they're also the largest energy producer in the country, putting out twice as much energy as the next highest state, Florida. And not just that, Texas is leading the way in wind power generation, accounting for over 28% of the nation's wind-powered electrical production in 2019. But is it just their energy strength that's drawing people in? No. Texas has a whole lot more to offer, including a booming tourism industry. Everything's bigger in Texas, and that's not just a saying, it's a fact. The Lone Star State is not only home to 2 of the United States Army's largest facilities in terms of geographic size, but it also occupies 7% of the nation's total land area. With around 268,000 square miles of land, everything is really bigger in Texas. But it's not just about size, and Texans won't let you forget it. Texas is also incredibly diverse. From the sprawling plains to the rugged mountains, Texas has it all, with its diverse range of attractions, from the Hispanic culture of San Antonio and El Paso to the western charm of Fort Worth. There's something for everyone. And let's not forget about the beautiful resort areas along the Gulf of Mexico, like Galveston, Corpus Christi, and Padre Island. With cities like Houston and Dallas leading the way in conventions and sports, it's no wonder tourists are flocking to the Lone Star State. But Texas isn't just a hotspot for tourists, it's also a major player in the film industry.
Texas looks good up on the big screen.
Austin has become one of the top filmmaking locations in the country, with billions of dollars being poured into film and television production in the state. What about exportation? In 2014, Texas once again topped the charts in export revenues for the 13th year in a row, with over $192.2 billion in exports in 2008. It's no wonder Texas is making waves on the international stage, the Port of Houston ranking 6th among the top seaports in the world for total cargo volume, and is just one example of Texas flexing its export muscles. But it's not just about exports. Texas also boasts the most farms in the United States in terms of both number and acreage. With over 16 million head of cattle, Texas leads the nation in beef production. The La Escalera Ranch, sprawling over 320,000 deeded acres, is a testament to Texas' dominance in the cattle industry. And let's not forget about sheep, goats, okra, and watermelons. Texas is a major player in all of these agricultural arenas. And when it comes to airports, Texas doesn't mess around. The Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport is the largest in the state, the second largest in the US, and the third largest in the world. With 135 domestic destinations and 40 international ones, this airport is a force to be reckoned with. And did we mention that Houston is home to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA? That's right, the center of all things space-related is right here in Texas. So what does all this mean for Texas and the rest of America? Well, for one, it means that Texas is on track to become a major player in shaping the future of America. With its growing population and economic strength, Texas is poised to wield some serious influence on the national stage. So the world needs to prepare, because it looks like the Lone Star State is ready to take center stage.